Hey, CV Youth, I'm excited to be with you again this week. Last week, David gave an awesome message about prayer and fasting. I'm so proud of you guys just to hear your prayers. I know it can be nerve-wracking to pray in front of other people, but you guys did an incredible job. Continue to pray, pray on all occasions, put all your requests to God, and just continue to grow your relationship with Him. This week we're talking about spiritual rhythms in serving and what that looks like for us, even on a daily basis. And I think Jesus is an incredible example for us. There's an awesome story in John 13, and this is the night that he gets taken to prison. It's the festival time, and all of his apostles are together. They're breaking bread together. He's kind of going over his last times. He knows that the time is coming, and he's about to be taken to prison and be beaten and be put on the cross for our sins. You know that time is right around the corner. But it's incredible the story that he does and that he kind of gives us during this time. It says in verse 12, when he had finished washing their feet, he had put on his clothes and returned to his place. Do you understand what I have done for you? He asked them. You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. God gives us such a great example in Jesus and how he is constantly thinking about others, how he's just this great example of a servant, how he came down in human form, gave his life for us, and really served for us. His whole life is a gift of service. I think about all the stories in the Bible, and a lot of these is he's traveling from one place to the next, and these stories all happen as he sees a need, right? He's walking, he stops and he helps somebody, or he's preaching and somebody comes to him and he heals them. Are we paying attention like that? Are we really focusing on serving people in that way? Are we simply just walking through our lives, not paying attention to people around us, not calling our friends, not asking how they're doing, not checking in on people? What does that look like for us on a daily basis, right? There's a story, well, I guess it was more of a study that was done, and there was 200 actors, and there was 100 on one side and 100 on the other side, and 100 of them were given hot coffee, and the other 100 were given cold coffee, right? And 45 minutes later, they brought this play to them, and it was basically 3-paragraph lines of basically what this actor's, what the character kind of looked like, what this one character looked like, and they wanted to get their feedback on the character and what they thought. So they gave it to the 100 guys who had hot coffee, the other 100 had cold coffee. The people who had hot coffee saw the character as warm and gentle and kind. People who had cold coffee saw the same character, read the same story as angry and cold. And that just shows that our environment really interacts with how we think and how we live. So if we're not focused on these things and we're not paying attention to really serving people, it becomes even harder because the world is telling us all the time, it's constantly influencing us to just focus on us, focus on me, what I have going on, I'm gonna do me. But God tells us to be different. He tells us to look for the needs. He shows his perfect example in his service to us and to people around him as he walked through life. And so that's kind of our call. And I want us to really think about what that rhythm looks like in our lives. Is it something we're even thinking about? Are we thinking about how we can serve people well, how we can serve our parents, how we can serve people at school, how we can serve each other in this ministry, really love each other deeply. So I'm excited to see you guys this Wednesday night for Wednesday Night Sparks. Can't wait to see everybody. Love you guys.